Alright guys, what's going on? So, as an update to my first MyTurns review video, which if you haven't seen it, you should probably go check it out because I think it's freaking hilarious because I'm trying to figure this stuff out as I go and hopefully it gets better as we go. Okay, let's get into what we're actually talking about. Okay, so here we go. We got more Mega Bloks leaks last week, around July 2nd. I don't know when the actual Mega Bloks leaks was. All I know is that this article basically came out within a couple days of Mega Bloks releasing these toys. So this is from Eurogamer. So the article states, Halo fans are getting more Halo Infinite information from Mega Bloks than they are from Microsoft right now. Grunts. While we wait for Microsoft to show off its upcoming Xbox Series X games, Halo fans starved for information of Halo Infinite just got a dump of fresh details from Mega Bloks. Of all people. Overnight, Mega Bloks revealed its Mega Constructs Halo Infinite range. And while much of it is as you expected, blah 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 blah, the usuals, there are some story details fans have gleaned from the plastic toys. So here's the first major one. Is this right here, this picture right here. But the chief among them is right here. We know our normal suspects. We have this grunt, we have Master Chief, we have a Marine. But we also have this Brute character. So on the Mega Bloks box, it has a name for this Brute. It doesn't say Brute Warrior, Jetpack, Brute, nothing like that. It looks like he does have a jetpack on his back, which is interesting. But this Brute's name, where'd I go, is Hyperion. So, they gave this Brute a name. Why is everyone speculating about it? Okay, they gave this Brute a name. Well, maybe he's just some character, main character, a villain in the game. Whatever. Nothing would be that unusual about it. But we have this picture here. Hopefully, you'll be able to see it. But this is the best picture we got, really. If I zoom in, it'll be grainy anyways. But we have this Brute here, and on the side of his shoulder, do you see what's on his shoulder here? What does that look like? That looks like a helmet. Whose helmet does it look like? Here's a good picture of it. This is from Halo Follower. So here's a good picture of it. Whose helmet does that look like? So everyone is speculating that it's Locke'S. It literally looks, from Halo 5 Guardians, like Locke's helmet on this Brute's shoulder. And so people are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What is going on? Does that mean Locke dies? Fans speculate. So what are the speculations? A lot of people are saying that, hey, just like The Last of Us 2, I joke. They're going to kill off Locke very early in the game. That's a speculation. So, one reason I can think of is that why they would want to do this as developers is that because the Banished weren't really introduced into the main Halo games, I feel like Locke's death, because they kind of did him wrong in Halo 5 Guardians. I feel like his writing just sucked for his character, where there was literally no point to his character at all. They just did him bad. They just did him wrong. But I feel like to redeem his character, maybe in the new Halo Infinite game, he sacrifices himself, redeeming his character qualities, making the community actually like him as a character. And please, for the love of God, I know some people say this, and I completely agree with this. Some articles and people have a commentary on this. Do not let Locke save Master Chief. For the love of God, do not let Locke save Master Chief. It just can't. He can't do that. Let him die for the fellow Spartans, for some other Spartan, for a group of Marines, something else. And let's have this epic battle between Hyperion and Locke stands in between the way of Hyperion, and Hyperion puts him down. But this could work on so many levels. You're redeeming Locke's character, and you're actually giving this opening to this badass group of Banished If you haven't watched my video on Halo Wars 2, I will greatly suggest that, because this will explain a lot and give you a lot about what the Banished is all about, a little bit of their backstory, all that good stuff. But it would be awesome. It would be a great way to introduce the Banished as a new main villain class in the game, right? Like, it would redeem Locke and set up the great protagonists in the game. Well, one of them. There might be more. So that's one of the big things coming out. Brutes have been known in the books and in lore for taking Spartan helmets. It was considered a great honor to defeat a demon in battle, right? Primary playable character in Halo 5 Guardians attached to Hyperion, his right shoulder. Is Locke dead? Does Hyperion kill him at the beginning of the Halo Infinite? I think they should do it the way I suggested. He should sacrifice himself, redeem his character, and thus introducing the Banished as well as his badass group. So in regards to the leaks of Hyperion apparently having Locke's helmet on his shoulder, we have in the same day, July 2nd, Brian Gerard, while we unfortunately had toy leaks this year, products appearing now are all expected and a part of the roadmap. We wouldn't intentionally spoil key game details, so don't read too much into anything. Not every collectible is a literal tie-in to the game. So was this in reference specifically to this leak here? Hyperion's Locke on his shoulder, Locke's dead, you know what I mean? It's very interesting. Okay, and so we got these other constructs of the Mega Bloks. We got this, what looks like, I don't know if it's like a mobile turret or it's just something they put down, something like that, and then it's just like an artillery unit. But this one is actually intriguing. It's called the Skiff, the Banished Skiff. And when you look at it, it's actually pretty cool because it's driven by the back. You got a turret in the front. You can hold, I'm assuming maybe 4 people inside of it. So when I look at this, it's funny that a lot of people online are suggesting that this is kind of a remodel of a vehicle that was already introduced in Halo 2. Now, people are saying that this vehicle looks like they've just rehashed the engineering of the transport vehicle used in Halo 2 by the Covenant, which I can kind of see what people are talking about. Like, it's got the turret on the front. The only thing is that they moved the whoever drives it to the back, and it looks like it may be a little bit more compact. But I can see that. It's kind of cool that if they brought that concept back. It looks like they just kind of rehashed it for the Banished. And we also got this Pelican set coming out. The Pelican set is the Pelican is on its way. Modeled after its appearance in Halo Infinite. So again, I should say this. With all of these toys, with them on the box, with Mega Bloks, it says as shown in Halo Infinite on the actual products. So I mean, these things are probably definitely going to be in the game. The massive dropship features posable wings and other parts, cockpit, blah blah blah. Open it up, reveal a hidden interior featuring Master Chief was brought back online, or choose to build a huge UNSC compound. See, I could be reading way too much into this, but okay, so build a huge UNSC compound with fortification barrier, forklift vehicle, space rocket, and more. This construction set also includes 3 mecha people with it. The people it comes with is the Hunter, the Banished Hunter, I'm assuming, Master Chief, and the pilot. But look how the Pelican opens up. Like, it makes this whole base thing. Like, you can make... Like, I know, like, I grew up with Lego blocks, and... I mean, not Lego blocks, but, like, a Lego toys or whatever, and it was, like, the Death Star, and you open it up, and it was a base or whatever. You know, they always been doing stuff like that. I can see they're just like, yeah, let's make a Pelican Master Chief, you make a base and all that stuff, just for fun, whatever. It has nothing to do with the game. But I may be reading too much into this. And with how the devs have been saying that this is this game will actually have a lot of exploration in it, will be big, will be massive, possibly open world. You know, would a mobile base be a thing that they would introduce? With this set, they introduced this kind of this whole buddy thing again with Master Chief and the pilot, like in their videos, with the intro with the pilot and then finding Master Chief. You know, it kind of sends up this brotherhood, this blood bond that these two are going to have for this game. And I'm really interested to see what's going to happen. I think I personally think that there's going to be a pilot mission. You're going to play as a pilot. Just based off of what they did in other Halo games, you play as the Arbiter, stuff like that. I think, and then them trying to make this very big game, a massive game, a lot bigger game. I think they're gonna have that. You're gonna play as the pilot. You probably will fly a Pelican. These are just my thoughts. I would love to see these things. You fly a Pelican. Maybe, you're flying a Pelican mission as the pilot, and Master Chief's on the ground giving you commands, and you have to cover them, like a gunship mission or something like that. Like anything. I think that would be awesome. And I think they're setting up for this relationship for Master Chief and the pilot, and I'm excited. So, another piece that came out, another block set, was this piece here, and it looks like it's a section from the ring. Finally, here's where the Halo community has something real fun. There's a new toy that's a section of a Halo ring. The one part of it perhaps line up with the structure seen in the Halo Infinite box art. So this is the piece here. So it's kind of just like a piece of the ring to play with. You can kind of build it and rearrange it and stuff like that. I don't think it's like would be read into much than that. But you have this tower here. This tower that comes off of it. Here's another picture of it. Oop, I don't want to do that. This tower that comes off of it. And then here's the box art for the actual game cover. So, and you can kind of see the same shape of building in the background, right? And so people are suspecting or thinking that this is a Palace of Pain. And for you that don't know what a Palace of Pain is, now we're going into the realms of going back to how the whole Forerunner and human relationship and how far back that's actually been going, which has been a long time. So a Palace of Pain is basically a research facility. It has the nickname Palace of Pain is because the Forerunners were suspected to do human experiments there. They would kidnap humans, and they would do whatever they wanted to do to them, and so forth, and the people would come back sick or not at all, right? So it was given by the humans a nickname Palace of Pain. We can dive more into that with the Wikipedia of Installation 7, which is the ring that Halo Infinite is supposedly going to take place on. Also known as Zeta Halo. Unlike other 6 rings of the first Halo array, Installation 07 was manufactured at the Great Arc instead of Installation 00, or the Lesser Arc. As a result, it was originally 3 times the size of a normal Halo ring and 30,000 kilometers in diameter. Like the other Halos, Installation 7 served as a secondary purpose as a life worker, a preserver of biological specimens across the galaxy as part of conservation measures. Installation 07 was primarily dedicated to humans. So this whole game, we're going back to an installation or a ring that should be littered with stuff explaining what the Forerunners are doing with humans and so on and so forth. And I'm so excited for that. Being home to various species and subspecies of the human genus, alongside numerous fauna and flora. The humans living on the installation identified themselves as Tujedsa. I probably bombed that. Meaning the people or people from here. In the beginning, these humans were allowed to build their own societies and were mostly left undisturbed by the Forerunners. So these Forerunners built these rings, and they basically had humans living on them, very primitive humans living on them as like specimens, almost as like rats in a maze. And the Forerunners basically let them flourish. Some of the people even constructed rudimentary cities. During the Forerunner Flood War, Master Builder Faber placed Installation 7, along with the other 11 rings in the original array, under control of the Contender class AI Medicant Bias, and one of the primary extensions of the AI was placed on the ring. At one point, the Master Builder broke his deal with the Librarian and began to use the human specimens on the ring for his brutal experiments on the Flood. While those mostly loyal to the Librarian worked to keep the installation's biological preserves intact, Faber also forcibly drafted warrior servants as an additional security force of the installation. In their exhaustive experiments, the Master Builder's researchers found that the majority of humans were apparently immune to the Flood, which they believed to be the result of a cure developed by ancient humanity. During the ancient human flood, conflict. In reality, no cure ever existed, and the humans' apparent immunity was the result of the Flood's ongoing strategy to target Forerunners only. So it's like, we're reading into this installation and where the story is going to unfold, and it's like, man, there is going to be a whole bunch of things that was in the Halo universe, in the books, but not in the games, finally be brought into the games. And that's why I feel like they're going to make it giant exploration, open world for this fact. They want people to, I feel like they're taking this already amazing story of Halo and universe of Halo, and they're just making it more streamlined and centralized, rather than people having to play the games and read books to kind of fill in some gaps. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, or to get a fuller picture. I love this direction they're going to take. I personally believe this Halo game is going to be bigger than any Halo game that has ever been. I feel like they're going to introduce all kinds of things from all the Halo games. We also have from Toy Fairs earlier this year, we have, you know, pictures of probably the default armor that you're going to be wearing, the Mark 7 armor. You know, but if you look at it, and a lot of the toys that have been coming out of this Toy Fair, a lot of the armor looks like customization from Halo Reach, which is great. They're bringing this massive Halo universe into a streamlined game, and it's amazing if they can pull it off properly. If they bring in all the mystery of the rings, we'll finally be able to explore not just like the cartographer of the ring and the map room, but we'll be able to explore laboratories, look into what Forerunners were studying, what they were working on, what they thought of humans, past and wars, all that stuff. Like, I am super excited for this game. The devs have been saying a big game, exploration, possible open world for a while. They've been hinting that. And, you know, I personally, I hope they can do it and they pull it off properly. You know, there is so much mystery and lore in Halo that ultimately, I think if they pull this game off properly, I think they'll make a movie out of Halo. I think this will be what causes some investors and some directors, some big names to finally get on board and for this to finally get done. And I hope this works out. Hopefully you enjoyed this MyTurn's reviews. You know, this is my second video of it. I don't consider myself to be that good at it right now. You can check out the first one I did. I consider it to be pretty rough personally. But you know what? I'm learning. I'm doing all this stuff myself. I'm teaching myself as I go, and that's all we can do. But if you like it, leave a like. That would help out a lot. And I'll hopefully keep these videos coming and improving as we go. Peace out.